Yo, what's good, people of this channel? And I'm gonna keep this intro short because I already know that you people have a low attention span, low IQ. So, you need me to go quick. So, the first thing I'm gonna say is that we are dropping another video. Yes, I know it hasn't even been a week, bro. I'm like that. Even though I have no motivation, my videos are flopping, but I'm gonna try to be consistent for at least a year, bro. So, I'm not even gonna yap too much. Today, we're gonna talk about how it feels to live with your parents in your 20s, bro. Let's get into the fucking video, bro. All right, so here's the thing about living with your parents, bro. Especially if you're not going to school. Like, the thing with me is that I actually did go to school, and like I'm still thinking of going back to school. But the thing is, you might feel a little bit lost. You might not know exactly what you want to do with your life, right? And being with your parents is a good option because it always gives you a cushion to fall back on. Now, what I mean by that is that you have to try when you're in your young age, in your 20s. Right now, spoiler alert, I'm 20 years old, right? I'm exactly 20 years old. When you're living with your parents, it gives you a cushion to fall back on. When you're in your 20s, you have to try new ideas. Try new ideas like investing, going out and like traveling around, learning a new skill. Like, let me just give you some examples of a skill. Like, it could be a physical skill, it could be a mental skill. Like, just learning new things, putting things into your brain, and being with your parents allows you to do that while not wasting all your money on rent. Like, it allows you to go out of your way and do those things and have money to do those things and have money to learn new experiences that will help you in the future. Now, here's where people get it wrong. If you just keep living with your parents and not having a plan of like, here's what I'm going to do, here's why I'm doing this, like, you have to have a why. Like, why am I still with my parents? You can't just be with your parents and not have a why. You need a why, like a reason why you're doing this. Are you doing this for skills? Are you doing this because you have a plan, like something you're going to do? Like, for example, let's say you're waiting a couple of years and then you're going to go into the police academy, or you're going to go to the army, or you're just going to you're just building up your money. So eventually you can move out and then not struggle too much, because you have some money saved up. For me personally, the reason I'm staying with my parents, and I mean, I'm only 20 years old, so it's not as bad, but it's still, I'm still getting there. I'll be 21 this year. By exactly the end of this year, I'll be 21. So it's still bad, and I do want to move out because I do want to experience what it's like to live by myself and stuff, not with my parents and stuff, but it's a good cushion because it's been allowing me to build very, very valuable skills that I probably make more right now than my dad even pays in rent. Like, I could easily just pay the rent for him if I really wanted to. But I want to keep what I know to myself and then build up. And then eventually I would just do that for him once I make so much that it wouldn't even matter. But I've just been learning skills, like investing. I've been putting all my time into my body, my physical health. Now I've been starting up martial arts again, because I neglected it for a year or two. I've been starting up Muay Thai classes and stuff. I'm just learning skills, learning valuable skills, getting, my certificates. Right now I'm working on getting my AED and then my NASM personal training certificate. I'm working on getting that. And, I'm just working on getting I'm getting my gun license, I'm getting a bunch of stuff. I'm working on getting a bunch of stuff, knocking out a bunch of stuff that I'm going to need so that I don't, I'm good. When I move out, I'm good. I'm not just going to move out, pay $1,000, $2,000 of rent, and then not even have a plan. So what I'm trying to tell you is, first of all, it's different if you're going to college, right? Because I didn't even mention that. If you're going to college, this video is assuming you're not in college, because obviously if you're going to college and you're in the dorms, you're still kind of paying rent, but it's in your long-term, your long-term self is paying rent, which in a way it's kind of worse, but it's not the same thing. if you're in your dorm, you're not paying the monthly rent. If you're in a house or a renting apartment, then yeah, you're paying that shit every month, bro. So there's a big difference between that. But yeah, if you're in a dorm, it's like it's no big deal, bro. You're literally in a dorm, like, just do whatever you want. If you're in school, it's like it's kind of different because there's some people that are in school, but they're not in a dorm, and there's some people that are in school, but they're in a dorm, and then that's where the difference is. I would say if you're in a dorm, this video doesn't really apply to you. If you're outside of your dorm and you live with your parents while going to school, this video applies to you. And this video applies to you even more because you're actually building something. Like you're in school, you're building your knowledge, you're building something. So then you even have a bigger excuse to why you're living with your parents. So at that point, you're good, bro. But yeah, man, I'm not going to keep this video too long, even though I really could because this video is more informational. But I just want to like condense all the information because I don't know how well this video is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit this video. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this video funny, right? Because this is a pretty serious topic. So I don't know how funny, how entertaining I'm going to be able to make this video. But I just want to dump as much knowledge as I can into you. Pause in this last minute. So live with your parents, right? That's fine. But while you're living with them, make sure you're building up valuable skills, right? Investing, getting your certificates, whatever you need for what you want to do. Like for me, I want to be a personal trainer, so I'm getting my personal training certificates. Buy stuff, but make sure that you're saving or investing the majority of your money into useful skills that are going to help you, right? Don't just save your money. If you're just going to save your money, invest it, right? Don't just save your money because eventually you're going to just have a lapse in your judgment and you're going to spend all that money you save. You're going to take it out of your savings account. You're going to spend it on some dumb shit. Invest it into something. Learn that skill because that skill is extremely valuable. Even if you only invest it in a dumb thing like the S&P 500, which pause, it's not dumb, all right, but it's like the most safest thing you could possibly invest in, and the returns aren't amazing, even though in the long term they're amazing. But you know what I mean if you know anything about investing, bro. But just don't just save, invest, and then if you're gonna waste your money, waste it on valuable experiences. So, for example, if you're going to waste your money, don't waste it on buying a new laptop unless you really need it. Of course, if you really need it, then buy it. Waste it on valuable experience like going out with friends, traveling with your friend, right? Don't travel by yourself because then, you're kind of wasting the experience. I mean, that's just my opinion. Learning a new skill like a martial art or just, I could go into a bunch of things, but there's no point. Just if you're going to waste your money, waste it on a skill instead of wasting it on materialistic things. If you're going to save money, don't save it, invest it, because in the long term, you're going to be punching yourself if you don't invest. But this video isn't about investing, so we're not going to get into it. And then, what other knowledge could I give you? Have a good relationship with your parents, please, because if you don't have a good relationship with your parents and you live with your parents, bro, they're going to be so annoying towards you. They're going to be so... Trust me, I know this. My friend knows this. Like, I mean, my situation is not as bad because I do have a good relationship with my dad. But I'm just saying, like, from what I've heard from my friend, like, bro, have a good relationship with your parents because if you live with your parents at a later age, like 20, 21, 22, and you don't have a good relationship with them, they're going to be pestering you. I mean, most parents aren't even nice enough. Well, not most, but a lot of parents aren't even nice enough to even let you stay with them after you turn like 18. So, I'm already lucky that my parents are like, yeah, you're good, bro. But just have a good relationship with your parents, bro, if you're going to live with them. And then, again, the last thing I want to say, have a plan. Have a plan. Don't just live with your parents and then just be like, yeah, bro, don't be a loser, right? Don't be a loser and turn 26 years old, 27 years old and still living with your parents. And even that could be excusable, right? Even that could be excusable if you have a plan of like moving out and like while you're living with your parents, you're saving up money, you're like learning a skill that you need. Bro, it's like if you're gonna be with your parents at 26, like first of all, you already kind of like failed a little bit because you should have already built something up. Like I know how hard it is to build something up, and I know it could feel impossible to build something up. But by the age of 26, 27, you should have already built something up. But if you haven't built something up, you should be thinking of building something up, you know? Don't be a loser. Don't just like stay with your parents till you're 30 and then finally realize, oh, I'm a loser. I'm getting paid $16 an hour at 30 years old and I'm still living with my parents and I have no plan. So yeah, man, that's it. That's all for this video. I'm not gonna make it too long. I hope I got some information to you. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna edit this video. I don't even know if I'm gonna edit this video. And I don't know if this information is even as helpful as I hope it is. But I did my best to, you know, give you some information. And yeah, man, like this video is a video that I would have liked to see. My bad, boys. We see. This video is a video I would have liked to see in my younger age. Even though, realistically, if I was like 16, 17, well, that's kind of when I started locking in. But I don't know if I would have like actually took the information into account. In my opinion, this is like really great information that took me years to learn. And through trial and error, like through all the money I've made, all the money I've lost, all the experience I've gained, all the like things I've done, you know, I feel like this video is pretty useful. But I'm gonna stop yapping and end the video, bro. So I'm gonna see you later, bro. Take care. I love you, anybody who watches this, and bye.